Welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2 Original Campaign. This is Big Los, and we find ourselves outside Lord Nasher's castle, and now we're being talked to by Sergeant Brockenburn. And he's letting us know that the lockdown on the Blacklake District has been lifted. And then we're going to ask him if there's anything to see around here, if there's any merchants. And he says there's a few merchants here, but since it's really a residential district, they don't really want you doing too much sightseeing. But that's what we're going to do in this episode. We're going to be doing a lot of sightseeing. So let's go over here. And since there's merchants, that means they could be robbed.
Can I help you?
So we got a gold necklace from this guy. We can sell that later when we find a fence. And then we got 750 gold rings? Really? And now I'm so overloaded that I can't even move. Well, I can move, I just can't move fast. 75 pounds? That's crazy. How did I lift 75 pounds worth of rings from that guy? Okay, well, looks like the rest of the stuff that he has is just gold. Looks like this woman only has gold as well. That means I'll come back here with Nishka and we'll do robberies in tandem to do it faster. Okay, so we got an object from this guy. We got a chime of opening, which has 50 charges of knock. It's not like we're really going to use it, though. Okay, we got some gold from him. And, uh-oh, he detected it. But we got a regular magic bag. Alright. Now let's see if he sells anything interesting here. What do we got here? Some bracers of the blinding strike. Okay, so they're +4 and they give you 4 uses of haste per day. That's actually pretty interesting, but those things are expensive. Almost 80,000 gold? The Cloak of the Bat was 24,000. Okay, this guy sells spells.
I concur.
So we're gonna have Sand go up to this guy, and we're gonna fill up Sand's spellbook with spells that he doesn't know.
Listening, really?
Which is what I did off camera with Quora. I took all the spells that Sand didn't have that were in scrolls in Quora's inventory and in the captain's inventory, and I gave them to Sand, and then I right-clicked on it, and then I clicked on where it said Scribe Scroll, so those spells were scribed into his spellbook, so he now has the option to prepare those spells if he was so inclined. Now, wizards, when they gain levels, they can get 2 spells, and you can get them in any spell level, but you are limited to those 2 spells. Now, if you want more spells, you better find scrolls and scribe those scrolls into your spellbook. Sorcerers, you can't learn new spells that way. You just have to do it when you gain a level. And you're limited to how many spells you can know, but you can cast them a whole bunch of times, a lot more than a wizard can. Alright, looks like we got a bunch of spells here that we could put into Sand's spellbook. Okay, so that's about it. What's this? Amulet of the Master. Okay, now, those are skills that I would like to improve. Although I would not like to spend 53,000 gold on an amulet. If I had extra money to burn, I would consider getting it. Alright, we got some crafting materials here, so I'll get those. And we'll give that to Quora. And then we got a couple magic bags here. We got a greater magic bag and a regular magic bag. And the Dust of Appearance does Invisibility Perch, and the Dust of Disappearance does greater invisibility. But we don't need to do that. We're just fine the way we are. Now the greater magic bag, let's put those 750 gold rings in there. That'll lighten our load enough for us to move. I don't think we have anything else we really need to put in to the bag. But these other magic bags, we could probably give them to our other two party members, Sand and Chandra.
Something you want?
So if they ever got a lot of stuff, they could just put it in there.
Listening, really.
Step with me. Come on.
Alright.
Follow along.
So that's it for right now. Let's go over to this guy and see what he has. Okay, we got some money. Can we get anything else from this guy? Does he have any items? Yes, he does. Okay, what do we get? We got a spell. Invisibility Spear.
Listening,
Now I know
really.
Sand doesn't have that, so let's scribe it. And we
I
added
believe
it to the
so.
spellbook. Now Sand does have the Scribe Scroll feat. I'm pretty sure all wizards get that feat at first level. Which means that he can take any spell that he has prepared and turn it into a scroll, but it costs money. So let's talk to this guy, Jenks. And he just chased away an imp. Because it sounds like those boxes are containing creatures that are trying to get out. And he's talking about beaten animals, which would be these imps, which I don't believe in, but we're just gonna say, what's in the crates that you have? And he says, oh, there's more imps in there. So we'll come back here with Nishka, and then she'll suggest that we set them free, and we'll do it. It'll make us more chaotic, and it'll gain influence with her. Now it looks like a wizard over here cast Ice Storm. Who's casting Ice Storm over here? Any of you guys? It looks like there's a dwarf and a gnome there. Okay, and there's some practice dummies. Looks like one of them got destroyed by the spell. You'd think that Ice Storm would destroy all of them with its area of effect. Okay, so that's it for up here. That's, by the way, that was the Wizards Academy. That's where Quora was. Oh, the sergeant's down here. And he disappeared. Wonderful. Okay, we got Pepin Polo over here. And if we do Sleight of Hand, we want to do this before we talk to him. If we do Sleight of Hand, we get an Amulet of Acid Resistance, which, if you wear it, gives you Resist Acid 20. Which would be useful if you're fighting, let's say, a Black Dragon, because they have acid breath. So if you talk to this guy, he's an artist, and he's painting a picture of this woman over here, but then once he sees Chandra, he's completely taken with her, and he wants to paint her too. And we'll give Chandra the option of having her portrait taken, or painted, I should say. And he'll go along with it. Now, I like to do this when I come back from the Solace Vigil, because I don't have Quora... Well, not Quora. Eleni or Nishka. Because if you offer to pay for the painting, you will lose influence with them, because they are very jealous. But if they're not in your party and you offer to pay more than he asks, you get a point towards good, and you actually gain 4 influence with Chandra. So that's why I like to do that, because I won't lose any influence with Eleni or Nishka, and I'll gain 4. So now we're entering this church right here, which is the Church of Lysander, the same god as Brother Mary. And the head priestess, I think that's the priestess, Dawnbringer Natrice. She's mentioning Brother Merring, and they have a tithe box that they want to go back to West Harbor. So we'll volunteer to take that tithe box back to them. And they also sell a couple things here. Nothing really spectacular. Mace of Disruption +5, which means you get +5 versus undead. A whole bunch of potions. That Potion of Heal is probably the best potion that they have. And we got Wand of the Heavens, which does a flame strike, so we're going to purchase that. That'll be my new wand. Alright. And then we'll buy all these crafting components here. Oh, by the way, I gave the Wand of Missiles to Sand because he would probably make better use out of it than I would. I think I would do more damage with my bow. So if you go over here, they have these trapped treasure chests. And you could try to recover them, but the DC is very high. This one's 39, which is higher than the... Let's say I roll a 20 plus the modifier, that would only give me 26. Or 36, I should say. So that's less than what the DC is. So I would have no chance of success. So I got some money from that one chest and a mandolin. And in here
is a bit of a strain.
we got a flail called Heirs of Osiris, which gives you +4 bonus versus undead and +1 to everything else. Chandra, you can hold on to that for me. I suppose we'll just sell that. I can't see any of my other party members using a flail. Okay, so we got a strong holy trap here. Now the thing is, would I have any chance of recovering it? Well, the DC was only 33, but it doesn't help if I roll a 2.
This load is a bit of a strain.
And we got a Greater Shield of Dawn, which is a tower shield, so only Kelgar could use that. Well, Chandra can too, because she is a fighter. And that gives you a bunch of pluses versus undead. I'm still trying to decide whether I want to have Chandra do 2-up fighting or to have a shield in her other hand. Because right now she has a great sword, so she needs both hands for that. But in the future, I'm going to switch her back to the short sword because she has 2 feats for that. And it looks like I would have needed to roll a 20 to recover that trap. Alright, we got Boots of Striding +1. That'll increase Constitution by 1 point. That will only be useful if you have a character that has
Grab a buddy and
an
let's head out.
odd number Constitution score. Which it seems like everyone has an even number Constitution score, so if you bump it up by 1, it makes no difference at all.
I believe so.
It looks like we took a bunch of damage. So... oh yeah. We got 2 shards here that are identical. So... the bonuses that they give are exactly the same. And they won't stack with each other. So you could theoretically give one of those shards to someone else, and then they would get the bonuses. And I got that bonus shard when I talked to Chandra for some reason. I don't see why she would have it. That was at the very end of the Githyanki base episode, right after we killed Zieri. Alright, so we're going to exit the Temple of Lysander. And then we're gonna explore the rest of this Blacklake District, just to give you a sense of what's in it. And who do we have up here?
See if you can top this one, love.
That's all you got? Watch this!
And what do you call that then, love? Ode to an angry banshee giving birth?
Yeah, well, what was your song? Ode to a lute player who's not that good? I really must be off. It's getting late, and my mom... No, I mean my wife. My wife will be looking for me. Yes, excuse me.
Well, ladies and gents, I don't know what to tell you exactly. You were promised a battle of bards, instead you've had a massacre of instruments. And here I thought the 12th challenger might have something different to offer. Come now! Surely one of you out there has got himself a lute and a mind to step up and have a go with Cain Lethalon? Step right up then. Just remember to go easy on poor old Cain. Never had one bit of training my whole life.
Okay, so if you talk to Cain, you'll have a little mini game where he'll play a song and you have to match him, and you got to do it several times. And what you win would be his loot, which does something. I'm not really sure. I've never won it. And the only good it would do would be for Grobnar. So I might do it in the future. I might figure out how to do that little mini game. Get him another loot. I mean, he's got enough musical instruments as it is. Alright, and you go over here and you have a group of girls and a little girl talking over here. And then we got some locked doors at some houses. Those are for other missions when you get to unlock those missions. Alright, and looks like these group of girls are arguing with the little girl. So, the little girl is the sister of one of the other girls named Lisbeth. And apparently, all these girls, except for the little girl, are members of the academy, and they've joined the goth scene. So, they all dress in black and all that, and they're meeting some boys here in the crypt, you know, to do what they're gonna do. You know, whatever goths do. I don't know. So, there they go into the crypt, which is not wise, because you know what crypts are infested with in these type of games. And this little girl is saying that she doesn't want her sister to go with those people because they're obviously no good because they dress in black, of course. And they're very emo. So then when we ask her about her friends, she talks about her friend Raven and Savannah. And they're obviously connected to be able to get in the academy. And then she talks about how her sister's personality completely changed after associating with this group of people. So we'll offer to help get her sister out of there and out of that bad influence group. And it gives us a point towards good and a point of influence with Chandra for offering to do that. But we're not going to do that right now because I do not have the correct party with me. We will do that in the future after I get, I guess, Cora and Elodie in my party. Always could use them in my party. Oh yeah, I just realized that I could have picked up improved mage armor for Cora. The last time she leveled up, it was a level 3 spell. Instead, I picked Lightning Bolt. So the next time she gains a level, I'm hoping that she'll gain another spell at that level, and then I'll pick it up. Otherwise, I'll just swap out another spell. I think you can swap out spells at even levels. I'm pretty sure. I guess we'll just see. I think we're about halfway there to our next level, though. Alright, so let's make our way all the way to the Sunken Flagon and switch out our party members, and we'll go about our next mission. And I'll see you in the next episode. This is Big Los signing off, and have a good day.